What's going on, swingers? Mike Swingman here, giving you guys a video. And today's video, we are going to go over how to draft the best PR team in MLB The Show 23. This is something that I've been asked a lot when it comes down to my streams, which, by the way, if you have not checked out our stream, or my stream, I don't know why I said our stream, my stream, swing_man15. We stream on Twitch. Go check it out. It's awesome. Love it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go over to the video of how to draft the perfect BR team. Let's go. All right, so when it comes down to how to draft the best BR team, my personal opinion is you want to go after a team that is balanced in both hitting and pitching and a little bit of fielding, okay? Kind of hard in BR because I know a lot of guys, there's not that many fielders, but there's a lot of good hitters, but that can't really field. You get me? Kind of? But biggest mistake that I've seen so many guys do, okay, is that they draft really good pitching but really terrible hitting and vice versa, okay? The best thing that you want to do, obviously, when it comes down to starting pitching, unless that guy is a silver and a pretty good silver, then draft him. Other than that, usually starting pitching is literally straight commons or bronze. Just saying, okay? But when you get to the closing aspect, you really want to look for guys in the pitching arsenal to have cutters and sinkers. Here's why. For some odd reason in VR or an all-star, cutters are really hard to time. Not saying that they're guaranteed hard to time. It gives a little bit of a disruption in your opponent's timing mechanism to hit the ball hard. Okay, so like an Alvarado, like a Phillips, like a Hoffman, Mo, all those guys that have like that sinker, cutter, even Rayleigh. Rayleigh was actually really good. The one that from the Mets, he was really solid. He's a guy that I also would recommend. And also, I would also recommend, pitchers that also have really good changeups. Good changeups. Reason why is because changeups can be really well utilized. And also sliders. Sliders are nasty as well. But changeups, luckily or not, if you could like float a changeup in the dirt, most time than not, your opponent's going to swing at it because more an all-star, most guys are going to be more swing heavy than not. It's weird how it works. I know. You're telling me. But, definitely slider, cutter, sinker action, and changeup. That's the best arsenal that you got to look for when it comes to drafting BR. Okay. Now, when it comes to the pitching side, let's go over it. We're going to kind of go back and forth here. Hitting side. Okay. The hitting side, obviously, when you get the diamond round and you get a switch hitter, if it's Mantle or any other guy, Chipper Jones, or any guy that just rakes, you get him. Okay. If you pass up and get a starting pitcher, unless it's maybe Ohtani, which I don't even think Ohtani you can even use dual way in BR, which I don't think you can't. I would not go pitcher as a diamond. Maybe if he was a reliever. If it was like Jansen or someone else that's a reliever that has a cutter or slider, go hitter first round. Always go hitter first round. Okay. My personal opinion, if you ever get Mantle or Chipper, you're guaranteed to have a really good, decent draft because those guys are really solid. Okay. But when it comes down to who to draft and what to draft, highly recommend you try to go after the guys. What I recommend is that you have to draft guys that you hit well with, or you've seen guys hit really well against you. Okay. Like a Suarez, like a Aaron Hicks. Try to see, the guy that you lose to. What I try to do is the guy that I lose to in BR, look at the team they had. Okay? And then when you get that team, you try to draft the same team like they did. I'm not saying that it's perfect, not saying that it works, but I will tell you this. It kind of makes you feel confident because you kind of, why they drafted them until you play them. Okay. And here's the thing. I never knew some of the players that I actually went 12-0 with without losing to the opponent that I lost to in BR. It's weird. I know. But that's like, dude, that is like the key. As you learn as you play. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you definitely, it's not like a fix. Like, if they have them, you can do really well with them too. No, but I mean, you also kind of see the trend of what guys usually pick that they call like a goon squad in BR. Okay. So, I mean, that's what I recommend. But definitely keep your lineup balanced. You do not want to have all righties or all lefties. Trust me, if you got a guy in BR that has an all lefty pen and you have an all lefty squad, you are in trouble. Okay, so keep it balanced. Keep it between righty, lefty, or switch hitting lefty, righty, or switch, whatever. I mean, whatever how you want to do to make it balanced. Okay. When you go back to the pitching, here it goes on the back of the pitching, man, is that my recommendation, you know, when it comes to drafting the best BR squad is you're doing the same. You want to create a righty-lefty bullpen. You don't want to go all righties. You don't want to go all lefties. Trust me, I've had an all righty bullpen, and oh my lord, I only won like 2 to 3 games in, 3-0. Done 3-1 right after. Okay, so do not draft a team that is all righty pen. You gotta switch it up. You gotta balance it. If you don't, well, it's gonna be Nuke City, man. That's all I gotta say. Okay, the biggest key that I will say on drafting a team, obviously, you gotta. I'm gonna say this: try to have more than 10,000 stubs. Okay, here's why. You're going to redraft, man. It's going to happen. You're not going to have every perfect draft. So what I recommend is you make sure you get 10,000 stubs. So at least you got at least more than 3 to 4 drafts, is just in case if you're one of them was a fluke. Okay, so make sure you get 10,000 stubbies in your bank account. Okay, you know, in the credit, in the savings, you know, all that stuff, right? Okay, make sure you have that in the bank account, in your stub account, before going into BR, because you're going to redraft, man. I'm sorry, that's just how the way the cookie crumbles. You're going to redraft. Okay, so be sure to save up some stubs, then draft, and then if you have to redraft, you can redraft, and that's how you pick the best team. Okay, all right. You know, I gotta tell you, man, gone flawless twice. Both of them were stress fests. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key almost pulled my hair out on the second one. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, but it all comes down to strategy of keeping things balanced, being prepared with the stubs, and obviously looking for pitchers that have a certain pitch repertoire that will benefit you in the game in any shape, way, or form. So, okay. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. We went over how to draft the best BR team in the game. Gotta tell you, one of my favorite videos to do. I really like this one. I kind of like dived in a little bit more. I know it. You know, we had the pitch repertoire that, you know, that we use for the pitchers, who to pitch, what to pitch. You know, you don't want to have an all lefty squad or an all righty squad for both hitting and pitching. And not only that, how much stubs you should have before going into BR. I highly recommend you definitely do that one. A lot of players fall guilty to that. They have 1,500 stubs, go to a draft, hate the draft, and then not only that, play their first 2 games, lose, and then now all of a sudden you're down. You got 0 on the bank account. Okay, that's what you don't want to do. Okay, but guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys also want to see more content on this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, bell notifications button if it helped you or not. Also, comment in the comment section below on what your strategy is on how to draft the best BR squad in MLB The Show 23. Guys, this is Mike Swingman wishing you guys nothing but perfects, pinpoint pitching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.